we're not able to quantify the value of the security. But in reality, there is an organizational team members, they know what the value means for the business features. If we cannot connect the security requirements as the value of the feature we are delivering, if we cannot connect, we cannot quantify, we cannot plan it. So more specific implementation, maybe we can talk about that. Let's say I'm building up one basic web applications that I'm writing on it, basic one login pages as an example. If that login page is compromised, what is the impact to the organizations? If I am in a specific compliant organizations, I may have more requirements to be compliant than maybe data is going to get stolen, maybe data got breached, or something may happen. Maybe I'm going to lose my patient's data. There's a lot of complications. So risk team, usually they have a value they define. If I lost this type of features or capabilities in my business, there's an impact. So impact is really telling me, and the impact is the cost of the losing that services. So that cost can be based on some vulnerabilities, based on some security. Some of them may be the failure. So I'm going to jump to a little bit on the SRE concept. So since we are talking about all the buzzwords, like literal SRE team members, they are trying to make sure that their infrastructures is operational. It is up and running all the time. Because it's always difficult to get operation up and running, including the security component. Again, security is part of it. We cannot ignore it. But sometimes if we don't plan upfront, we are missing the components. And other things is really we should be aware of that, going back to the value, the complexity of the system that we are building, it's really tremendous right now. Like if I remember myself about 25, 30 years ago, we were able to write a program from scratch. We know every piece of components. Now we all dependent many other services. Like we have a complexity problem, we have a connectivity problem, we have an extensibility problem. SRE team members, they are focusing more about the operational side. They are looking for how can I make sure that I can address any operational reliabilities, as it's called, software reliable engineering, site reliable engineering. So basically, site reliable engineering is about my operational environment. I'm going to make sure that I have built up the more reliabilities on my operation environment. To build up the reliabilities, I have to write maybe automation scripts on my components. Maybe I have to automate some of the findings. I can do some capacity planning. I can do some production thinking, and I can build up my capabilities. So yes, if I learn something from this type of environments, I'm going to feed back to the dev team. I'm going to feed back to the operational team, let them continue what they are doing. So it's basically creating a new type of role, new type of teams. That teams are focused on specifically improving operational quality. In other words, I can say kind of like a DevOps and SRE. I got a lot of questions like DevOps versus SRE. SRE is complementing DevOps. It is more operational, more implementation on the operational side. It's about the more team structures. But DevOps mindset exists. It will continue. It is end-to-end. It is including operational. But to define a specific certain responsibilities, and we need to define some team members are focused on specifically for operation environment, which their job is also think about the security. So I know we start from the value, but that's their job is also make sure that we're addressing security. It's not just the product reliable. It's not availability. It's also security as a part of the chain.